Lovely Peaches recently apologised for all of her trolling over the years, which is intense. She's even served time in prison for some of the controversial things she's done, including harming her dog and claiming that she sold her baby. For years, her accounts kept getting shut down, but she'd keep reappearing and posting new disturbing content. She did literally anything she could to try and get views and followers, and she did succeed in that. She is now one of the most notorious internet stars out there. If you're interested in knowing more about Peaches, I'll leave a link in my description to some of my prior videos on her, but today we're going to be breaking down her recent apology video. That's right, she recently apologized the other day on her Instagram. She'd finally decided, in her words, that she wanted to grow up. Her ultimate goal with getting a following on social media was to drive that traffic towards her music, and unfortunately, it worked.
Okay, so a little bit of background about me. I am an influencer and a singer. I am an upcoming singer, and basically I've built my platform, just being myself, documenting my life. My life is kind of like a movie, to be honest. I don't really have a life like other people. I'm gonna leave it at that. So my life is kind of different from others, especially growing up and stuff. And I'll basically document that and stuff, and that's how I built my fan base. When I was 16, I got pregnant. I gave birth to a baby girl. I had her when I was 17. Okay, so after I had my baby, I trolled a bit and I said certain things that I'm not going to get into because I barely remember it myself. I was really joking around and stuff. So yeah, I said certain things. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. I've never done any of the things that I said I did, the bad things. I've never done any of the bad things I said I did. I was basically just like, trolling. Basically, my focus is extending my platform so that a label will notice me and sign me. It has been my dream to be signed.
So yeah, going back to what I was saying, all this trolling was in an attempt to get signed. So let me just replay some of the stuff that she'd said at once upon a time that made her famous.
Grand Theft Auto style. I'm going to hit 5 people. Also, I hired this guy to Charlie D'Amelio. We're trying to find her current location. So if you have it, please send it to me. Fan pages, if you have it, DM it to me. I'm sorry, it's hard not to smile and be serious because I am kind of happy that I no longer have to worry about a child. I'm a little sad, but I'm more happy than sad because I no longer have to worry about her. But Cora Miracle is dead.
So yeah, shockingly enough, all her fans are saying they're so proud of her and blaming her childhood trauma on the way that she was acting.
If I joked like that, it would bring more attention to me, which would bring more attention to my music. So that's pretty much it. I don't really have much to address because literally the bad things I said I did was trolling. So there's really nothing to get into. I literally just said it.
Can you imagine if James Charles or Jeffree Star had an apology video that looked like this? To be honest, their apologies aren't much different, but Peaches isn't getting cancelled. If anything, she's becoming more and more glorified.
Okay, to answer the questions for the nosies, my daughter is and always has been good. She lives with her grandfather, who I'm very close to. I'm able to go over there whenever I want. I last saw her on Thanksgiving. I went there for Christmas and Thanksgiving. This is a recent photo of her. So yes, my daughter is doing good. She has no idea about the drama. She just knows me as her mother who loves her. So
Okay, so let's briefly address some of the stuff Peaches has said about her daughter, because it's all very well and great that Peaches says her daughter doesn't know anything, but that doesn't mean that she's not going to grow up and watch a video online in the future of her own mother saying all that stuff about her.
Then when she was a few days old, I used to bite her skin, pinch her skin just to make her cry. But I never really did nothing too irrational. So I come back from what I'm doing, and my boyfriend literally got his get my baby vagina. So someone said, you already told the story. I already said that when I started this live. I come back and his dick is inside of my 4-month-old vagina. So I slapped the fuck out that hoe. Cause you ain't supposed to be sleeping with my motherfucking boyfriend. You knew me and that boy was together.
Can you imagine if you grew up and found a video of your mother saying that about you online? How would that make you feel? Now you can kind of see how damaging that's going to be for her daughter when her daughter grows up.
I just wanted to address the abuser theory about me. I am not an abuser. I have not hurt anybody. So yeah. So there is one more thing I want to address, but it's like not a bad thing, but it could be shocking. So believe it or not, this is the hardest part of this video for me. Why this is literally the hardest part for me. Okay, so basically the past few years I have joked about my hygiene. And you're probably like, people who are watching this, you're probably like, okay, who gives a fuck? But I wanted to address this anyways, because like I said, I want to go into the new era being more of myself. So like I said, what I'm about to address might not really matter to anybody watching this, but I'm going to address it anyways. The past few years I have joked about my hygiene. I have said I don't wash myself. I have said that I didn't bath for years. And in reality, I
like how that was the most traumatic thing for her to address out of everything. All the other things that she's done to her dog, what she said about her daughter, and this was the hardest thing for her to address, her hygiene.
I don't care. I really don't. I promise you, I do not care. I only care about my fans. I care about building my fandom. I care about my music. And I care about putting out good content for my fans to enjoy. I do not care about appealing to people who have hated me for years. And honestly, if you still dislike me, I'm trying to find more ways to say I don't care.
So people were actually very supportive of her apology, and after her exposing the truth about herself, she then went on to promote her new album. Someone had said, "This literally brings tears to my eyes to see you mature and grow from the person you were. Growth is what I see. I never judged you, but just didn't like the things that you've said and done. But we're past that, and your daughter is beautiful. I'm glad that you've moved past that, but haters will always bring up the negative things that you've said and done, but as long as you continue to push forward, nothing else matters. You're musically talented and music should be your only focus. Let your daughter be your motivation." Now, Peaches is someone who has a huge cult-like following. So yeah, I only saw positive comments on this live stream video. What are your thoughts on her apology/expose video? Do you think she's redeemed herself, or her fans think that she has? Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments.